And here we are, Fineline Signs and Printing in San Dimas, California. We're going to go inside and do battle with the gray monster. This is Neil Britt at Fineline Signs, and what are we here to accomplish, Neil? Why am I out here? What's your issue?
My issue is color profiling, and the specific issue is that at 100% black, I print the prettiest black on earth. As soon as I get to 50%, my blacks turn green. And that affects not only that affects the black itself, or the gray in this case, and the drop shadows, and plenty of the artists are using drop shadows today. So I'm here to try and neutralize my grays, which I believe will also overall help the color that we print on this printer.
All right, and that's great. That actually, so again, like so many people, the issue is you kind of, if you're printing vivid colors, they more or less look okay, and you're happy with them or happy enough with them, but grays and neutrals are a struggle, and they just fall this way and that way. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to profile for media, and we're going to fix your gray problem. So
that will be a miracle.
Well, if it happens, is it the best money you ever spent?
Unquestionably.
All right, there you go. Okay, so, so I'm standing here with Neil, and we're printing a test image just to start. This is on Oracal 3651, or
yes,
Oracal 3651, and as we are printing, if you notice, in the highlight areas of seeing the rocks and in the clouds there, kind of interesting with this camera, I've noticed that sometimes certain hue shifts due to ambient lighting or something, the camera corrects them, and it's kind of weird. You can't, if you see it, you can see a hue shift, be looking at it, but it won't show up here. But this is something that's obviously going to show up. See all the areas that are green and they're white?
I do.
Or I'm sorry, that are white and supposed to be green?
Right.
I'll get this right on the third try. That are green and supposed to be white. That is an issue in your linearization, and so it's not even something it's not even something that can hue shift or that you'd have a chance of correcting. It's just a linearization that was bad from the get-go. So this is, this is one of those things where it really didn't matter what you did, how you did it, how you corrected it. It just absolutely never, ever was going to work. So that's what we got going on here. And this is, again, this is our starting point with the profile that you were using. So the whole point of a RIP, when you think about what a RIP does, hot folders, all that kind of stuff, what have you, are just kind of little handy, convenient features. The whole point of a RIP is to convert, basically just say pixel information into dot information. And that's where kind of, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it, but everything that your profile is the information that tells the RIP what kind of dots to make. So you've got how much ink to lay down in each color, single channel ink limits. Then once you've determined your single channel ink limits, you want the single channels to print linearly. That's what this is right here, and I'll try and get back to your linearization curves on your the one that you had, but I just noticed when I was clicking through them that they really looked weird. This looks about what you'd expect. I mean, it's never going to print linearly, but you can see that these all are pretty normal curves, and that's, so it's your linearization that was making that odd effect that you had before, which again, so I'm saying it was doomed from the start. But that, again, this is what a lot of people don't understand. There's this conception out there that, hey, I can get a spectrophotometer and I can get some profile making software and I can make profiles. Well, making profiles is relatively easy. Creating the state of the machine is what makes it. Okay, so as you can see right off the bat, your green highlights are white.
I can, and I can't believe it. But there it is in black and white.
So that now is this machine printing like it's supposed to. This is what's called a soft proof. You've got, as long as you've got your monitor profiled, which you obviously have to, But if you watch, okay, that's with the profile off.
I see.
So what happens is, and again, so here, this is Fineline Oracal 3651, the profile we just made. So as you can see, and the key is obviously you want to work in a color space that gives you the ability to use all the capability your printer's got. But if you work in a color space bigger than your printer's color space, then you can wind up chasing colors that you can't hit. This way, you get the best of both worlds. Not only are you using every bit of color your machine's got, but you can see exactly where the lines are. So that, again, that's something that once your profiles are made, they'll all go onto your Mac, and you'll be able to do just what I've done, and a little bit better too, because this is obviously just a cheesy little laptop screen, and that thing you've got up there costs some money.
Yeah. Point to some very specifics, and probably is not strong enough. It definitely cost me customers. I was doing printing for a woman who is a representative for one of the local area banks, and most of their banners, a substantial amount of banners that we were getting the opportunity to print, I could not hit a drop shadow that didn't have a green cast, and I probably could have done okay with the brightness of the colors, the hue and the saturation that was there, but they absolutely rejected all those prints. And as much as I was able to go in and futz with the way the color was printing by just simply changing the curves manually, was never able to get rid of the green, and therefore she is no longer a customer.
Think you can go back to her now? Or?
I have those files. I could print those banners tomorrow and bring them over to her and say, looky here.
Cool. Hold that up, hold that up. So we are done, and that right there, was that the best money you ever spent?
Unquestionably the best money I've ever spent.
In your whole damn life?
Well, there was that time.
Yeah, I know, but other than the girl in Tijuana.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, okay, there were 2 other times, but this may be at the top now.
All right, but did we solve the gray issue?
Okay, being very seriously, we solved the gray issue. It's magic, and only Mike knows how to do it.
All right, thank you, sir.